So it's like you have two orphan kids, right? One of them is from that side of him. You bring him, and because of the fact that he's an orphan, he lost everything. You go off and you tell him that he's special. You make him feel all emotional into him orphan special, and you fill him up with kick, and then eventually they get to learn that to use that phrase to go off and get your attention. Eventually they become spoiled. They use that as an argument against you. That they're like orphans, or like they're special into them orphans. Like to go off and give them all the attention, all the love. Go off and hug them as hard as possible. What's up? And then one particular day you get another kid over here that go out for like he lost his house. His house got bummed. All that stuff like to one side. Then you tell him that he's special to my offense. The other older kid over here is like a little bit old. But at the same time now you run all your emotions or all your attention or all your resources back to that kid over here. And then you and that child over here the same type of emotions that you give to that other child over here. And then coincidentally that other kid over here that's now a grown ass man is now mad and jealous at this over here. What's up? Yeah, so now what does the grown ass kid over here does, and the only thing that he learns specifically to go forget attention and love is that then he goes into war and then demolishes his own state over here and kill his own children on the special. So now you get the attention right back. That's why I felt so disgusted for like the Palestinian group over here that went on to follow the Russian instruction. Yeah, just because of the fact that the Ukrainian topic was taking over the university and the high school discussion and the message board and the gaming space discussion over the domain of liberalism, just like the Tiananmen Square on the stuff and all the stuff. And they were getting a whole bunch of attention, donations, all sorts of stuff on laptop. And then coincidentally, the older child over there that was like Palestine, goes in out of jealousy, and then boom, demolish the entire Palestinian space. And now you have to go off and give back all the attention. All that's so disgusting, man, to see that individuals were willing to go off and like sacrifice babies and their own kids to go off and like make a mess out of things. That's insanity into my office, especially. That's why I told you don't rely on that white chick over here, because I said she don't have a thing in order. I try to tell you within the men's space here, the men themselves have problem against themselves within a domain of anthropology and a system where they get hunted down and killed into my office, especially. That's the end of the world over here. That's the edge. Not La La Land over here, that white girl over there is chasing while she's still young and she has not matured. To then go off and see the view from the top or learn the circuitry of that system itself. So I say you navigate around both crazies into my offense, especially whatever crazy that is in the Asia. Into my offense, because I say if the Asians have like the things that I needed, that's all, it would have been there already. I would not have some of the Chinese over here go off and continuous wait for me to put an update about things. That's way to like what we design we do into my offense, that's all. And then go off and copy or go off and like claim. I'm like, yo, I know it's so easy to just go off and like trace the pattern that's already been designed, and then we go off and claim that it's skill into my offense special. The hardest pass to create a new pattern, a new fucking branch into our space around myself. Yeah, so I said no, because again I always get like random retards that are like young that go off. I'm like, yo, you just copy the pattern into my offense special. Don't bother me over there. So I told you I give you the entire story for yourself, and you still find a way to go off and find me into a special. Well, I'm trying to develop a new branch of science and still try to go off and take that shit onto my office specifically. And then I'm like, yo, which youth over there that you try to brag about? Is it the new 16-year-old that's about to turn 18-year-old? Is it the new 5-year-old that just got bombed over here? Is it the new 15-year-old that just got killed over here? Is it the new 20-year-old that just got bombed over here? Because I said, to me, I don't care about Asia and the things around, especially. But goddamn, I fucking hate these white ladies so much for continuously going inside a single topic or like shit that's like mad dumb. Yeah, I tell you, these people are fucking stupid into my offense, specifically on top. No, because I say naturally to my further and my skill and my technique into like experience itself. Yeah, you notice I'm talking about things of science, electrical domain, which I've never been exposed to inside of a higher course or college education. Yeah, just based off instincts, just our instinct into like how materials myself. Of course, especially I just build the instinct of like the prediction. What the model, like what the engineering should be like for that system itself. Everything is just right off my head over here, off instinct. Just that means that I'm naturally guided towards it. If I'm able to predict it and go off and solve it into my offense specific, I'm just being instinct specific. So if that machine get damaged, I'll talk about residual magnetism. That means that instinct itself is going to lead me to the circuitry of the system or the physics that affect the residual magnetism, to then go off and find a solution to fix that problem on the special. The minute I fix it into my offense, I correct the error on the paper. Yeah, that I already told you that I'm above you into my offense, especially. Man, you go away, man. You're like a fly, man. You're not even supposed to be there.